Simon Templeman, a man with a good mix of hard and soft consonants. Simon Templeman is the voice actor behind our antagonistic protagonist, Kane, and he has been since the series began. Just like Michael Bell and Tony Jay, Simon Templeman has a lot of history and a ton of experience. He played as the Angel of Death in what I always thought of as the supernatural sitcom Charmed. He made appearances on ER and Just Shoot Me, and also did some voice work for the controversial Lunatics Unleashed. He's also been in a slew of popular video games: Mass Effect, Dragon Age, Fable, Neopets. Currently he's doing work on a sitcom called The Neighbors. Here's him as a magnet on some nice lady's fridge. Anyway, I feel like Simon Templeman just really fits the role of Kane like a glove. I hear it's because he's done some work with Shakespearean stage acting. He just does the voicing with a lot of grace and eloquence, but also a good amount of arrogance. Kane always sounds rather smooth, confident, eloquent, vindictive, and probably like he drinks his own Kool-Aid. Kane just plays out really well, and a lot of people like him even though he's a villain. There has been talk of a new game coming out called Nosgoth, but Square Enix has made it clear it's not going to be the same kind of game. For one, they said it's not going to be developed by Crystal Dynamics. But still, Simon Templeman has said that if they need Kane to come back, he'll be there, and it really is his character. Kane just wouldn't be the same without him. But anyway, let's get back to our game.
What is this nonsense about Simon Templeman's playing the best Kane? It is I who plays the best Kane, yes.
Well, don't get me wrong, your Kane is pretty good, but Simon Templeman really plays, Kane.
Kane? I can just see the air quotes and the capital letters, yes.
Hello everyone, my name is Taylor, before we get too far into this.
Hello, I'm Ray.
And I am Kane.
That's Peyton. Peyton plays Kane in the cutscenes that we're recreating.
Simon Templeman is my enemy now.
So speaking of recreating cutscenes, today is Puzzle Day. We don't really have very many cutscenes. Mostly we are just trying to figure out what in the heck we're supposed to do. It's not all super intuitive.
Well, we got a door open by flashing a light at it, so that's a start.
And there are more zomblers behind the lighted door, yes.
How did that work, do you think? Did they tell these two guys to go behind the door and they said, okay, we can only keep one door open at a time, so we're gonna just lock you in here. Become zombies, please.
Maybe it's something they do willfully, like you sign up and you get a really good pension.
And then the money goes to like your kid's college plan or something?
Yeah, if they had a college, or maybe your family inherits some land or something.
But it seems like kind of a wasteful job, though. In theory, only Raziel should be able to get in, right?
Maybe back then they had a raccoon problem, yes, or giant spiders.
So they had teams of eternal zombie thralls to guard against raccoons.
Yes.
I don't know. Then how come they have swords instead of, like, brooms?
Because how do you defend for all eternity against raccoons with a broom?
Well, actually, if you think about that, then a spear would make more sense than a sword, because they have longer range and you don't have to bend down to stab the little guys.
I would not let someone inter me as the eternal zombie with a broomstick or a spear, yes.
Oh, you guys notice how dramatically that tree platform thing rose when you guys switched out of spectral mode?
I bet some architect was really proud of that thing. No safety rails at the top, sort of shaped like a hand for the vampires.
It really needs more decoration though, yes.
Maybe like a garden or a potted plant or something, because then you'd have like wildlife on top of the tree hand, it'd be cool.
No, wait, I see what it is. It's a replica of that golden disc thing that we saw in the other room.
Oh! Well, they should have like a big window or something that puts light down on it.
Maybe they do, but it's all grimed up.
I thought the golden disc was the symbol of the sun, yes. So this is symbolic of the symbolic thing.
It's compound symbolism. Truly, this race was more clever than our meager faculties could understand.
Or maybe the ancient race was really lazy and not very creative. That's why all their art shows the same thing, and they built these shrines to the Reaver because it was really good at killing people.
Aw, they locked this poor zombie in here with us. We're gonna eat his soul.
The ancient time streamer must have really disliked that guy, yes.
I wonder what these essential door guards must have done to get punished. They do know that Raziel's gonna come through here, right?
Maybe the Time Guardian only has a really fuzzy idea of the flow of history.
Even so, they knew that only the guy who had the Reaver was gonna get in here, so why did they put guards to kill him?
Maybe they want you to be dead.
But Raziel can't die though, he just goes in and out of the spectral zone.
Maybe they want you to feel deeply inconvenienced as a sort of religious cleansing ritual.
Happiness does not belong within the hallowed halls of the darkness shrine.
Hey, do you see any seeds? I don't see any. You're obviously not supposed to be in a state of comfort when you come to worship at the Darkness Shrine.
Man, you know what? This crap, this here on the ceiling. There is no indication that this is on the ceiling. I used to play games like King's Quest. I played both Jedi Knight games and Dark Forces, and you know what? This still rates as one of the dirtiest lowdown tricks that I've ever had to experience. I mean, don't get me wrong, I've heard of worse stuff, but they do not tell you that you have telekinetic powers, and they do not tell you that there is a marker on the ceiling. When I first played this game, I spent like a whole day trapped in the Darkness Shrine. I spent ages. I combed over the whole place looking for maybe a secret door that I missed. I could have spent that time doing anything. I could have been very proactively getting nowhere with the opposite gender. But no, I spent it here.
Where are you going now?
To look for the next thing I'm supposed to do, I don't remember. See, games used to be like this, too. Back in my day, you didn't get a flippin' mini-map of a place you'd never been to before. That was part of the mystery. You were supposed to figure out what the ancient race wanted you to know.
Yeah, but they lost a lot of casual players that way, because people would just put the games down and go outside. Maybe talk to the opposite gender.
Dating is overrated anyway. Yes.
As a teen, that's totally true. You were probably better off wandering around the Darkness Shrine. I mean, the Darkness Shrine is kind of less of a headache, but try and tell that to your hormones.
My whole high school experience was a darkness shrine. Yes.
Mine too. I'd never been so social before or since, but it's probably the worst time I ever was at being social.
I was never attractive.
Me either. I used to wear a black hoodie all the time. I could never make up my mind whether I was too fat or too skinny. Taylor, you're conspicuously quiet in all of this.
I don't know, guys. I was awkward in high school too, but I was also in the band. You used to go in the back room to change, and then the guys would show up with like a bottle of Gold Bond, and you got a fill of the opposite gender.
Taylor, what? No, that is very common. Taylor is right. I used to be in theater.
But what did they do?
Nothing, really. I mean, nothing to me. It was just that there were some guys, and they had kind of a reputation around school for being just those kind of guys, and they would go in the back room and just take some time for themselves.
Seriously?
Yes. You know, in the back room of our theater, there was a couch, and you knew if you were in the theater not to sit on that one. It is simple mathematics. Of course, you have 200 kids, and 3 or 4 of those kids will be just those kind of kids, and they will find each other, yes, and they cannot be watched because they are 200 kids.
That's it. When I have kids, I never thought I would be, but I am gonna be a concerned parent.
Right. With your genes, I wouldn't worry too much about your kids being reckless with that kind of thing.
What is that supposed to mean?
Well, most people go through a lot of social rituals before they do anything crazy. You would see it coming.
It was mostly annoying for us, yes. They would say, go and fetch the skyhooks, and you would say, okay, and then you would go to the back room to do nothing, yes, because there is no such thing as the skyhook. Same is true of the headlight fluid, but if you pretend to go look for this thing, then you have an excuse to do nothing.
Then when they find you and you're not doing anything, you just bumble and go, William told me to go look for the thing.
Oh, he was so clever, he tricked me, I guess I am initiated now, even though this has happened 4 times now. Guys, you just let them think they were clever, it is not worth fighting. But anyway, you go back to the back room, and every time it is like 3 people on the couch. Yes. For my case, it was always 2 ugly guys and a homely girl. You are never excited to see them, yes. In fact, it is so disappointing. You sit down and you read a book in the room. You do not care.
Peyton, you ever think that maybe people didn't look for you because you went to the back room and they knew what was going on back there?
Yeah, this sounds like kind of a Peyton, awkward situation, symbiotic relationship.
I did not think as such at the time. Yes.
They didn't spread rumors about you?
No, I am Peyton. Everyone knew who I was. I didn't have my meds yet. I was maybe not real sure of myself, but everyone else had me pretty much figured out, yes.
Did they ever figure out what you've got that takes the meds, or?
Sometimes they are telling me things, but I do not think they have any idea, yes.
Someday, maybe they'll be able to shine a light in your ear and they'll just say, yep, you're thinking of a penis. Freud was right.
That would be grim news indeed, yes.
The treatment is that they drill a hole in your brain to let the demons out.
Tomorrow, I will be furious at you both that you made light of my situation.
Okie doke, well then, let's just roll on along then. So this section of the game, I remember it being a lot longer, but I think we're almost done with it. I know it's been like a decade, but I replayed it a bunch.
Emotional memories last a lot longer than normal ones, so you probably remember all the time you spent running in circles.
If the strongest memories I have after a decade are the angry times I spent not knowing what to do, it sure is lucky that I got so invested in the game's story. As much as I love the game, I've got to admit that ceiling thing, that's like fatal puzzle design. I also remember that the monsters respawn, so that was frustrating. They never do this to you again, but when I went on to play Defiance, the game's sequel, I got trapped in a room due to a glitch and I thought it was the same thing. I spent hours wandering around this room in Foridor's mansion looking for something to hit with a telekinetic blast. There was a picture that could be destroyed, but there was nothing behind it, which was really confusing.
It must be one of those fool me once, shame on you kind of things. You got tricked the first time, thinking that there was no way out, and all you had to do was shoot the ceiling. You weren't gonna fall for that again.
I saved after the file got corrupted, thinking I was doing something wrong. I had to restart the whole game. But okay, anyway, here we go. Get up there, sword! Alright, good. Nope, has to be the Reaver.
Who else besides Raziel can shoot the Reaver blasts with his bride?
The ancient race could fly, so maybe they just flew the Reaver up there and then tapped it on the ceiling.
It is a sword! It is not a key with which to open doors or a lever to open the blinds. Yes.
I don't know. Maybe the ancient race was onto something. Try to imagine how useful an M16 rifle would be if it also had your keys in it, and could like open your garage door and start your car. Suppose it had like a built-in smartphone, you know, you'd call your friends, play games on it. It'd be pretty cool.
It would also be the pain to carry around. Yes, because it is so big and does not fit in the pocket.
Well, maybe you could do it with a handgun. No one said the ancient race was practical.
Well, something had to kill them off. Maybe it was devoting all this time and resources to building temples for the Reaver.
Well, here we go. I was looking for you, you block. Raziel killed his brother to gain the power to move these stupid things around. And I'm not sure what moving the block has done. It doesn't do anything.
It is the same as that one in the other room. You had one of these before. You were supposed to shine the light on it. Yes.
Well, but the light's over there. I don't think I can get to it. I was looking around for another place to climb up, but I'm pretty sure it's out of my reach.
Well, that is what you are supposed to do. It is simple pattern recognition. Yes.
Use your telekinetic powers on it. Yeah, maybe you could turn it that way.
My telekinetic powers suck. They don't do anything.
Maybe if you try, move that thing more towards the middle, and then, like, shove it over, and it'll fall down, and then maybe you can run across it.
No, Raziel doesn't seem to want to push it into the pit. It's not one of those kind of games. Destroying the set pieces is not an option.
Maybe it's not aligned right. Push it further over, and then shove it into the pit.
No, yes.
You must have to just line it up right.
No, you have to find the light. You have to shine the light on the thing.
No, he doesn't want to push it.
Shine the light on the thing, yes.
Peyton, I can't get over there to shine the light on the thing. We gotta be missing some kind of crucial step. I don't know. I mean, none of these symbols really tell me anything. We already know to shine the light on it. I don't know. Give me a second. I have an idea.
What? What is your idea? Yes.
Just give me a minute. Give me a minute. Okay, there. The pillars are touching. They're in love now.
The power of love didn't work. I can't believe that. It seems like the power of love always works.
The power of love is such a jip. It only works if you forget that you have it for like a half hour at least.
I am dubious to the power of love between inanimate objects anyway. Yes.
So I thought maybe the spectral realm might have some answers, because they knew about that before with the stairs at the pillars, right? Plus, they redundantly carved a picture of the pillar on the pillar, and the pillar that was carved on there is all wavy, so it might have been a clue, because the spectral realm is all wavy.
I think you might be overthinking it, because last time they had the actual symbol from your menu that showed you needed to go in the spectral realm.
Well, surely they can't always be that blatant. I mean, how did they know that I was gonna go into spectral realm at the pillars? But they didn't know I was gonna run into guards at this place.
The Time Guardian truly moves in the most mysterious of ways. Yes.
Maybe most Time Guardians can't really see much, but Mobius gets help from the Elder God, so he's kind of got an unfair cheat sheet.
That's a theory, I guess. The Elder God did recognize Raziel, even though Raziel is from the future. Of course, that does raise the question of how omniscient is the Elder God, and what happens when we change the future? Like when Cain killed William and then time got mixed up?
I think this is why some people really dislike time travel plotlines, because stuff happens and then, you know, it shouldn't have happened, or people shouldn't know things that they know, or, you know.
Well, they do the stable time loop thing, where Cain goes back in time, he kills William before William is bad, thereby making it to where he has no reason to go back in time because he doesn't know that William's gonna be bad because he never becomes bad. Then people all remember the new history, except Cain doesn't remember the new history, but maybe he would have done the thing he would have done anyway, and maybe is that not a stable time loop? Is that unstable? Oh, but anyway, here we go. Here's our frickin' thing. Found it.
See? You shine the light and everything will work out. Yes.
Yep, let's see what we get here. We get a darkness bridge. That doesn't even go out all the way to the thing. This place is not handicap accessible.
Oh, listen to that. It makes an adorable purring noise. Oh, who's a happy darkness bridge? You're a happy darkness bridge.
Okay, here we go. Back on a roll now. Just turn that light towards the thing that I just came from. No, that's not correct. Oh, there's the door up there. Hang on. Okay, here we go. Yes. How does it know to do that? I don't know.
Magic, obviously. That's also how the flames stay lit for all this time. They've got magic fire.
Man, this place sure would be pretty if it was real. You gotta just take a few minutes to appreciate some of the art that went into this. There may be a lot of flies, but there's also a lot of flavor.
So, okay, what do we have in this room? Looks like some stuff having to do with the moon, big golden disc at the top of the ceiling.
Pretty.
I don't know, just shove that thing around.
This can only end right or wrong. I'm gonna assume it's right, though. Go, thing! Hang on. Go, thing!
Yay, we did it! We made light! And it shines down on the thing!
This can only end in good stuff.
It is the moon.
The moon?
You fools! We have tampered with magic we do not understand!
Uh-oh.
We have angered the moon!
Uh-oh.
We have angered the temple!
Oh, yeah.
The spirit of the dead race comes for us to claim our wretched blue soul!
That doesn't sound good at all.
Maybe we should not have assumed that a race that would put a whole bunch of zombies in a temple was totally benign.
The moon crystal is activated! And now it's just sitting there. Menacingly. Maybe not too menacingly.
This is the part where something terrible comes through the door! Alright, this is the part where the door locks and keeps us in here forever, yes!
The door is leaking purple stuff. Well, that happened. So, I guess we'll figure out what's going on next time. Thanks for playing with this, everybody.